Yes, your boy Nolly Brook, aka Vet, with another episode of Duntkair Mentality. And I told y'all, boy, y'all never know who gonna come from behind that door. You know what I'm saying? Today, boy, I got what a Dade County real one, a legend, boy. You understand me? I'm gonna go ahead without further ado. I'm gonna go ahead and say what they do. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What's really happening?
Good with it, boy.
You already know what it is, baby. Don't kill, huh?
Yeah. Duntkair Mentality. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the real ones. We got Doom for y'all today, boy. Y'all lay around for it.
So.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Duntkair Mentality, brother.
Man, thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for having me.
So we gonna get straight into it, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing you everywhere, man. I like a lot of things that you're doing. When it comes to trying to teach these young dudes, because a lot of times they don't want to hear from nobody who ain't never been there. We ain't never done that. You know what I'm saying? So when they hear from somebody who 11 years in the state, 16 the feds, not 11 straight. You know what I'm saying? But all together. That is some years, man. That's 27 years, man.
Damn.
That's a lot. That's a lot of time. That's probably more time you was out. You know, a lot of times, a lot of dudes done did more time inside than they been on the streets.
Right. That's
you know
my story right there, for real.
Yeah. So we're gonna start from the beginning, man. So say you from the subs, huh?
Brown sub all day, baby.
And the old boy Pig was a real one in the sub, I heard.
Oh yeah, the old boy Pig. Shout out to Pig, man. Rest in peace to the old boy, man. Yeah. He was a real one in his time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And got like, you know, the day they on pills real bad in the streets, the young dudes.
Right.
Our era, we was on heavy lace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Back then, the old boy them era, they was on boy.
They was on that dog food.
They was on that dog, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
A lot of them made it through, a lot of them bounced back, you know what I'm saying? Some of them, you know, been by the wayside. But you come from a real one, you know what I'm saying? And then I see you got your name, you was Lil Pig.
Yeah, you know, you know how they do it, man. It was easier for a lot of the old timers and the people in the neighborhood, you know, just address me as Lil Pig. I guess, you know, I favored the old boy so much, you know what I mean? And I was kind of like, at that point in time, I was like, you know, it was something for me to be proud of, because the old boy had a little pool in the hood, and like I mentioned in my book, you know, I had to run of the hood, man, from the number mans to the junkies to the corner stores. You know, Pig name was good.
Mm-hmm. You go to the store, get anything, got a store.
Anything, they know he gonna cover that tab. So, you know, that was a good thing that, you know, Pops ain't give a nigga a whole lot, but he definitely gave me little things like that off his name. You know what I mean? You know, legacy and name matter still today to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's.
He had a bunch of kids. It was just you.
And my old boy had he had a bunch of sons, and, you know, a few possibles, like a spade game.
Yeah.
A couple ones and a couple possibles.
Oh, okay.
You know,
an old girl. You had any brother sister from the old girl?
Yeah, my old girl didn't have, but me and my older brother is no longer here, man. He you know, rest in peace to rest in peace to my brother Greg. You've been reading.
Yeah.
You've been reading.
Yeah.
You know the story.
Yeah.
But my brother Greg, man. Yeah, my brother Greg. You know what I mean? He raised up. He was born in the Bahamas, but he came over for a long time. I thought I was the only child on my mama's side. You know, until I met my brother when I was about like 5 years old, some shit like that.
He was the older brother, right?
Yeah, my older brother.
Yeah. Okay.
On my mama's side, I'm the baby.
Out of the two.
Out of the two.
That's a praying lady too, bro.
Yeah.
That's a praying lady. That's a lot of where a lot of your blessings come from.
Man, you know, one thing I can say, and I stress this a lot to a lot of the young cats, right? You know, I done rent the streets with a lot of like homies that ain't here no more. Mm-hmm. Then I rent the streets with a lot of homies that's doing elbows. That's life in prison without parole, right? And I always question, like, damn, you know, I was in them same cars, I was in them same bushes, and I was in them same licks and shit. You know, why God gave me another chance, and why my homeboy Gigaveli ain't here no more, or why my homeboy OJ ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? Why my homie Lil Bo doing life, and my homeboy, you know, Shantae Ward doing life, and, you know, all these type of homies that I rent with that's doing life. And I look and I say, but you know what? And not to say nothing negative about my homies, But I got a lot of disrespectful ass homeboys now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was never a disrespectful child, though, man. When it came to the old girl, man, like I can't remember a time that I ever cussed at my old girl. The closest thing I ever came close to being disrespecting my old girl was saying, you know, Ma, you tripping. And they used to boil her, boy. You tripping, Ma, and I'd be out the door. Boy, look here, she liable not to talk to me. The worst thing my mama do is not talk to me.
And that hurt more
than the silent treatment, man. That hurt more than her beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big mama boy, man, all day. So I credit that. And what I was trying to get to is I'm often, you know, being a spiritual brother, like I'm a Muslim, but my old girl raised me up, you know, with the Bible and the church and shit. So at the end of the day, I know a lot about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And I remember certain things that is in the scripture, and then I see it in the Quran. It say, honor thy parent, honor thy mother and our father, and our days shall be long. When he say long, it ain't just mean long, prosperous too. So, you know, I credit that little bit of discipline in myself to why I thank God continue to have me here and let me do the things that I'm doing right now.
So how was it? How was it at grandma crib? Because I see, you know, I read a couple of things about being at grandma crib.
Which one?
I'm not sure if it was the old girl or the old boy. I know you had a cousin named, I think her name was Tasha. Or...
Oh yeah. See, you going deep now. The brother into my book, man.
Yeah. This book, man.
What he referring? No, it's in this one right here, Pressure. Right?
Okay.
What I got 2 books, man.
Yeah, I gotta get that Pressure.
That book Pressure. What he referring to is my grandma yard in the sub, man, on my daddy's side. That was like the she was the patriarch of the family, man. That what kept us knitted. It was always fun going around. You know, G Maha, Big Maha, she'd bring the ice maker out. You know, granddaddy and probably went out and got a bunch of fish and shit, fish fry, bunch of toys in the yard. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
So how did the name Gigolo come about? Because I seen you was Lil Pig, because like you say, you just look like the old boy, whatever.
Right.
And then I guess you ladies man at one point call yourself Gigolo, and that's how we get to Jig.
Right. That's how. Okay. I like this interview, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. The brother making me dead. So Gigolo was a name that I gave myself, right? As a shorty, man. You know what I'm saying? I've always been on some lover boy shit, some player shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an early starter, you know what I'm saying? So like elementary schools, I always been at the girls. One of the ones touching the girls' asses and shit. So I remember always trying to be fly and introduce myself as Lil Pig, and respond used to be negative. Lil bras be oinking and all this and that. Yeah. So I'm like, man, that ain't fly. So I'm, you know, back at that time now, we listen to New Edition, Candy Girl, and you know what I'm saying, all this and that. You trying to sing your way to the bus stop with the bras. So I fucked around and went to I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you're old enough, but they had a movie theater right across on North Side.
North Side, yeah. The drive-in.
Not the drive-in.
Not the drive-in?
The one that Ike them converted into the heart of the city.
Okay.
That was an actual theater. Okay. Inside.
I probably was going there as a shorty, but I don't remember it like that.
Man, listen, this is the 70s and early 80s, man. You know what I'm saying? It was 50 cents to go in the movies. And that used to be my weekend thing, right? I would sell my can. It was a can place, and the Bojangles right next to each other. We had to move out the sub, and we were staying over there in Tutu Ave area. You know what I mean? That's why you might have heard me write in my book that I'm a baby Tutu Ave.
Yeah.
But we moved in that little area right there off 79, in between 79 and 81st in that area right there behind by Whistler River. And I used to be a weekend thing. I sell my cans, and I would get me a little Bojangles, and then you know, and I'm legit now, like 5, 6 years old, and I would go across to the movie theater. You know, we wearing bell bottoms back then. That's how far back I'm telling you. Hush puppies and shit on. Know what I'm saying? Buster Browns and shit, kangaroos. And I would go to the movie theater, and I seen a movie that changed my fucking life.
And what movie was that?
Purple Rain.
Goddamn Prince.
Goddamn Prince. But Prince. Everybody was stuck on Prince. I was stuck on Mars Day. Yeah, Mars Day. Mr. Gigolo himself.
He was getting all together.
And that's where, you know, I took y'all a long ride, but that's where the name came from. When I seen him put that bitch in the garbage can on that movie, And he had him and the boy Tyrone, I think the partner name was, I forgot the right-hand man name was. They dumped the broad. I said, boy, look here. If that wasn't some player shit, that's what I want to be. I want to be Gigolo.
And that's when the Gigolo era started.
That's when Gigolo started.
Okay. So I hear you just mentioned on 22nd over there. That's where you also I know you say you was bagging grocery at Earl's. Right across the street, you had the shells right there.
The shells.
You know what I'm saying? You was doing. So you've been hustling since a young one. You said, and then you had your cans and all.
Man, listen, when most niggas was going to play Little League football, which I had 1 year Optimus.
Mm-hmm.
I had 1 year of Optimus, and I was gifted. I could have played, but I was real fast. Always been fast. But it was a lot of politics back then because I ain't had no daddy taking me or no male figure making sure I get in the game.
Yeah.
And when the coach played me my first year, I said, fuck that shit. I'm not finna be out here wasting my time after school, going down here, not getting in the games and shit on Saturday. I started fucking, shit. I need me some paper. You know what I'm saying? So I started pumping gas at the Shell station. If that ain't moving fast enough, I'll go across the street to the Earl's, bag some grocery, tow some grocery to the car for the women, you know what I'm saying, the ladies, and, make some money, right? And then, and also have my cans and back then, Utopium was right down the street, the dime bottles, and all that. So I just made a hustle, you know what I mean? I growed up hustling, I'm a frozen lady. I'm a frozen cup lady on grandson.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So the hustle always been around me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why nowadays I don't really give my money away because a lot of niggas begging out here. You know what I'm saying? They act like that's a hustle. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker pull up at the gas station, nigga, you ain't much trying to wipe a nigga window, offer to pump my gas, but you ask me, I got a dollar grown ass nigga. I ain't got no problem. Tell you, I ain't got nothing for you, bro.
Pocket full of money, ain't got nothing for you.
Pocket full of money, I ain't got nothing for you. Because
you're right down the street.
I ain't finna make a po hustle out
you. And you'll roll right down the street and see a young dude out there on the corner selling water. You get 4-5 on.
4-5 on one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That part.
Because you remember when you was young. You wasn't begging. You wasn't at the gas station begging. You wasn't at Earl's begging.
Begging ain't a trait of a real man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna let my people. We got too many. We got immigrants coming over here, illegals coming over here, doing better than those of us that were born here with Social Security numbers and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Because they don't have no pride to not go.
Niggas done got lazy, man. Niggas just lazy. A lot of niggas lazy, man. I hate to say it, man. They get lazy about an hour.
Okay, so. We in the sub, we went from the sub to Tutu album. It was a baby album.
Right.
But now, we're going to get into some more of the book right now.
Right.
When you first did your what happened that you went to, I don't know what it was called, juvie or whatever, at such a young age, because this is right around the time when you was already doing that little hustling.
Right.
Then I hear you end up at Northside, famous Northside, that's still right there to this day. You go up there with your partners and y'all was stealing some candy. They were stealing some candy or y'all get some candy.
We decided you take me back, man. Shot all the homies that I was talking. One of them ain't here. Little Mike ain't here no more. I don't know where Johnny was. Johnny West. But we went up to the Walgreens right there on the corner. I think it's still there.
It used to be where Foot Locker at right now. That's where Walgreens used to be. Right.
Before they built that. Before they built their own. In the front. Yeah.
It used to be right there.
It used to be on the corner. We went up in Walgreens and then we was leaving. We was going to Broadmoor Elementary. So if we don't catch the bus, sometimes we intentionally not catch the bus.
So you can walk.
So we could walk by and, terrorize Northside, you know what I mean? My homies was, they came up, let's go get us some candy. And I was all on the candy mission with them. But when we got in the store, I seen some toys, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, nigga, I stayed right where I stayed at in the duplex. We had this patch of a dirt road. And there was a lot of, I said, damn, I get that dump truck. I could fucking, I could do me construction work, have me some fun. So while they was stealing candy, I'm trying to walk out with a whole dump truck, which wasn't a good idea. But when we kids, we don't really think shit out all the way. And so I got popped, man. That was my first time, heading to juvenile, cause my mama wasn't finna get off work. She was working in North. She was working University of Miami Hospital right there by Jackson, and she wasn't taking no time off to come see about me and no motherfucking
talk about no juvenile,
you know what I mean? So that was my first time going to the hall.
And going to the hall, I read that you this guy who took a liking to you there.
Mr. Davis.
Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis got tired of your ass after a while.
I mean, nah, you know, see, once again, my old boy reputation opened doors for me, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Davis out the sub, and you know, a lot of the staff that worked juvenile, because juvenile right there by the sub, right off 36, 30, on 33rd and 27th Avenue.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the staff really, you know what I mean, they connected with the sub. So a lot of them already knew my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know how it is, you know. They know the old boy, so it was like
you're looking out,
yeah,
making sure you're straight.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make sure you're out in here. You're kind of young to be in here. So when I start coming more often, they were like, shit, you know the ropes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use you to help
get everybody else in line.
Get everybody else in line.
Yeah. So I sort of like the house man almost.
I guess you could say that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Young age,
juvenile house man.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that.
I think you were getting out the mats and shit, whatever.
Pillars, mats. That's, you know, when you first go on juvenile, they have it's an orientational unit called Unit 2. And Unit 2, you don't supposed to stay there no more than a week at the most. I used to stay there 2 and 3 months, sometimes 2 months.
On the screen of Mr. Davis.
On the screen of Mr. Davis, because he won't let them move me. And till it get to the point where people like the over
people he got to answer to.
People he got to answer like why this boy ain't going to school. You know what I'm saying? Because you supposed to still attend school when you're a juvenile. You know what I mean? So that was one of the privileges that I had for being a regular in juvenile hall.
By going back and forth.
Right.
Okay, and then that's before or after you met your brother?
After my brother.
Yeah,
my brother was already, you know, my brother was straight A student, man. You know what I mean? I was the black sheep when it came to my mama's house. You know what I mean?
I hear you say this a lot. A lot of dudes chose the streets,
right?
But I was chosen.
I say that because I know this as a fact. It's a lot of guys don't know how to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys, mama and daddy, them, you know what I'm saying, provided for them. Whereas niggas like me, my mama island lady, you know what I'm saying? My mama didn't have no problem with used clothes or, you know what I'm saying, shopping at the Red, White, and Blue, which is the thrift shop.
Store, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mama had a thing, you know, school clothes time come around, she gonna get you 5 pair of pants, 10 shirts, and 2 pair of shoes. You know, you gonna make that work. You know, and like I told y'all, me want to be a fly guy and a player, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't working for me. You know what I'm saying? So and then like I say early on, you know, about my dad being a street dude, and I seen the respect from the hood. It was like the streets chose nigga. Like I mentioned in my book, I'm a heroin baby. I was born with a hole in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I like to look back on I'm one of the type of dudes that reflect on every aspect of my life. So I like to say, damn, that little piece of hole that was in my heart, that heart murmur that my mama told me about, I like to say that's that little bit of hate that everybody have. Everybody got a little bit of hate. I'd like to say, man, we're gone because I never had hate for nobody that I didn't feel hate me. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I never been one of them niggas to see my dog them or see some other niggas getting money and be like, oh, that was a problem, or I didn't like that type of shit.
It was more motivation than anything.
It was more motivation to me, you know what I'm saying? So I like to pat myself on the back that I've never been a hater, man. When it comes to somebody else eating and I'm not where I want to be at that particular time. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. So from juvenile, what we doing? You start, you know, because you saying the old girl buying 5 pair of pants.
Oh yeah,
you wasn't with that too much no more.
You go to pump gas and bag groceries to where you starting to look like you outside too much. So you know, I end up going in and out for a while, and then I started slanging. You know, right there then crack era was in, so you know that made it easy for every young nigga, you know, in the hood to really get some paper. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing what everybody else around the way doing, you know what I mean? I started slanging a little bit. Then, you know, I became a watch out on the app, you know. I paraphrase a lot of shit that happened at the time. Then, you know, I start sticking, you know, if a lick came by, the partner want to go take something, I was down with that too. You know, anything that had a chance of me, you know, putting some money in my pocket,
You was on it.
I was on it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it got to be, you know, across the board. Everything was fair game. You know what I mean? From licks to slanging to, you know, anything street.
So now this is damn that teenage years now.
Yeah, this teenage years.
Almost no more juvie.
Hey, I'm still in juvie. Yeah, I'm still in juvie because, you know, I went up going to boys school when I was 14 years old. Me and my co-defendant, KK. I done interviewed. If y'all watch my podcast, watch my platform, what they do, they see me interview my co-defendant KK. Man, he doing wonderful things out here now.
That's good.
KK was 14. I was 15. We caught 2 counts of armed robbery, 3 counts of attempted murder. And I had an old cocaine charge that I was already on the run from a juvenile program. You know what I mean? When we committed those robberies, KK ended up getting like 17 years. I think he ended up doing like 11. I actually beat the little mini trial that would have sent me to the adult system. I didn't get identified. KK got identified. He went on and got direct file. Me not knowing the law then, I could have just waited it out a little longer, and I really beat everything. I would still had the little coke charge, but I would have went up the road for the I would have never went to boys school for the but listening to my mama, and she like, oh, you know, you did this, you God done made away with you. I let her talk me into motherfucking going to Okeechobee boys school.
Did the hero, by him being the husband of
a judge,
what's his name? The judge. Did that play a role in your sentencing or anything like that?
It played a role in KK's sentencing. They were trying to fuck KK over, right? Like I said,
they identified him, right?
Yeah, because they identified him. It never really played a part in my particular case because I won. You know what I mean? I won the waiver hearing. See, a waiver hearing, for those of y'all don't know the law, as a juvenile, they can't just charge you as an adult. They have to have probable cause, and the judge you had to be proven. It's like a mini trial, and you have to. The government have to bring all the evidence they have towards you for the judge to go ahead and direct file your case over to the adult system. You know what I mean? So that's what they call a direct file.
And that's when your 10th floor days started?
No. My 10th floor days started after I had got out of Toby and started, you know what I mean, get back in trouble again.
Okay.
That's when I started going to 10th floor.
To the county and all that.
To the county and all that.
I seen a story recently you was talking about. Well, now we'll get into that a little later.
Right.
About Me the Mike. Yeah.
Oh, Me the Mike. Shout out to Me the Mike, man. That's my dog, man.
Shout out to Unc, man.
A real overtime legend.
Yeah, man. That's my dog, Uncle.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Speaks to Mark, man.
Right.
So he get direct file. You at the YO camps now?
Yeah, I'm at Okeechobee Boys School, which arguably you could say was wilder than actual adult prison. Cause you gotta realize in adult prison, there's some guidance.
Yeah, some type of structure.
Some type of guidance. When you dealing with, I done seen niggas just walk in the chow hall and just out of boredom stick their hand in a nigga food just cause they bored. They standing there, cause you know, there's certain tables they used to be right near the line of units coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So dudes to be in the line, they moving fast enough. Niggas just look over and see a nigga that he feel like he could try and just, man, let me have just reaching the nigga's plate and just take a nigga biscuit or grab a nigga piece of fried egg or bacon because he feel like he could try that nigga. Now this nigga being tried in front of a group of other niggas, he gotta respond or his food finna be taken every day now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit sparks some shit. That's just because there's no guidance.
But it was a little bit more respect in prison though on that type of time. Nobody not finna really do that. More structure.
In prison, a nigga more thoughtful and for shit that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, it's life and death in prison. It's life and death in Okeechobee school, boys school, but niggas don't think shit out as far ahead as thinking like, damn, if I do this, I might have to kill this nigga. In prison, a nigga know if I do certain things, this shit going to the bus out. This shit ain't stopping.
Straight up.
One of us gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause this a man you dealing with now. In boys school, you dealing with boys, so boys thinking like Just like these young boys play these video games, like I can hit the reset button. I can undo what I just did.
I got an extra life.
I got an extra life from what I just did. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that wisdom, ain't no wisdom kicked in yet. In prison is a little more wisdom because now you knowing like I'm older, I done experienced some shit, I done seen where reckless behavior just made everything go chaotic. Even your homeboys don't want you around because you invite too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, wars. This shit a war now. You know what I'm saying? We let them do something to you, they gonna feel like the whole Miami soft.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, so it's a lot more pieces of playing it. You know what I mean? The board is different now. This ain't checkers, it's chess. You know what I'm saying? This ain't checkers. You ain't jumping over a whole lot of motherfuckers. A piece coming out the motherfucking board. Somebody dying.
It might not be a pawn, might not be a rook, but somebody.
Niggas taking rooks and niggas taking big pieces when you dealing in the joint. Like I done been in some joints, my nigga. You can open the mop closet, niggas just fall out. Dead. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just done put him now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
So before we even get to some of those prison stories, you know what I'm saying? You got any stories about the 10th floor or the 5th floor 5BC? 5B3?
Man, listen, we'll be here all day if I start doing county jail stories, man.
I heard from my understanding, undefeated.
Man, listen. If you find, and I say this with the utmost humbleness, right? But I have to be 100 real with you. That's why you see the shirt wreck y'all open. I'm one of the niggas that invented the word wreck in Dade County Jail. You know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of niggas online right now today, it's certain lingo, it's certain shit that's just Miami shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you might hear catch a fade, and that's something that you can say is universal. Everybody talk about what a fade is. Everybody universally know what a fade is. But when niggas start calling altercations wreck, or I'm finna go get some wreck, that was something invented at Dade County Jail during my era, you know what I'm saying? When a nigga, cause we had an officer named Steve, they used to let a nigga go up to wreck and have real wreck, get some real understanding as long as it was a head up fade. So when a nigga start bar, you got a lot of niggas that talk that shit behind the bar. Nigga might be in a different cell, nigga might say what they gonna do, nigga might be disrespectful over the night. And a nigga just end the comment, say, hey man, I see you at wreck. And once that announcement is made, is you gonna duck wreck or you coming to wreck? You know, and we ain't gonna push off in the hallway now. We gonna wait till ain't no sense of pushing in the hallway. We gonna get a real fade because Steve gonna let us go. You know what I'm saying? If I do it in the hallway right now, I'm checking. I'm really just trying to do enough so the officers can break it up. So let's go down the wreck. You know what I mean? And then we'll get down there. You know, and I want to, you know, anybody ever done time? If you find a nigga, man, I'm just be honest with you. If you find a nigga from down south of Cass City to say they seen Lil G get his ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? Now I done had some decent wallers. I mean, I done been in some good ones. I done been in some.
Tell the people what waller mean, because nigga don't know everybody don't know what waller mean. Your boy said I done had some decent wallers. Same thing as wreck, same shit.
Nah, you know, wreck is the term. Wreck is the term used for
walling?
Nah. Wreck. When a nigga say I'm going to get some wreck, and he said boldly like that, he said it really ain't nothing. It's fun, you know what I'm saying? You know, correct, it's like a basketball game. I'm finna, this shit ain't number some wreck. So he really saying, you know me, nigga, I'm built for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm built for this type of shit, nigga. This is what I do, you know what I'm saying? But when you say I've been in a waller, that mean you bought ass. You know what I mean? You gotta bring ass, get ass. So I mean, you walling. That mean you ain't expecting to come out without a scratch. You expecting to no. This is a worthy opponent right here. So that's why I say when I speak of close ones and situations, and I say that, you know, I done been in a few wallets. I done been in somewhere nigga done sparred me and I done ate it a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? We from the wallet now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you worthy. Oh, you ain't no slouch. And I done been in one where I just done put that thing on a nigga ass and it's just one and done.
Tell me about the famous chicken wing. Uppercut.
The chicken wing is a combination, man. Shout out to that boy Rab, man. My homeboy Rabbit out the 40s, man. we was on the 4th floor, 1996. Shout out to Earns, man. Shout out that boy, Dewey Hound. Shout out, rest in peace to my main man, Mason. Shout out to, just all the homies that was putting that wreck in. We used to tie the mat up. I know y'all see me online a lot. I like to hit the bag, and I know the bag don't hit back. But at the end of the day, I ain't expecting it to hit back. I'm just working on power. And there's certain blows. If you're a real fighter, there's certain blows that if we trading punches and you hitting me with your straight jab, I trade you a jab for an uppercut or a hook. You see what I'm saying? Because now I know it's a little more. I'm putting a little more sauce on that. So what he asking me about is what I patterned. I call my chicken wing, and it's because it's the same arm and it's two different blows. It's that uppercut with that short hook, and most times that cup catch you, that hook is just there as it's just it gets in case you ate, just in case you got a strong chin. You ain't ate it, but you got a strong chin, and I'm gonna follow. I'm a firm believer not hitting no man one time. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Everything combo.
With
a biscuit.
2-piece with a biscuit.
You know, I seen Tyson. That's one of Tyson's that uppercut.
That uppercut hook. Yeah, I mean, it ain't personally mine.
Yeah, I know.
But it's what I call mine, the chicken wing. You know what I'm saying? You got Roy Jones. Roy Jones got a punch that he nicknamed. It's called a chicken pet. It's a extended uppercut where he kind of leap in with it. You know what I mean? He called it the chicken pet. So a lot of fighters they do things like that. They nickname certain things.
Okay.
Sugar Ray did it. All the greats did it.
Y'all run up on them, boy. Y'all better be ready, boy.
Hey man, okay, man, hey,
do it.
I ain't gonna toot my own horn, man. I ain't saying I can't be beat. I'm saying that I ain't take no L, and I ain't take no L through prison or Dade County Jail. I don't remember the last time I got my ass whooped. It's probably been on Tutu Ave, man, and on growing up on 81st. You know what I mean? And one day my homeboy beat my ass. One day I beat his ass. One day, it all give and takes.
Nah. What was it that when you got out? I heard you say you had to stay fly. So was that a part of the reason? Actually, before I'm gonna get to that, we done said all that, but we ain't said nothing about school. Where you went to school at? Because you said a different couple neighborhoods, so I'm quite sure you probably went to a different elementary, junior high. Where you went to school at?
Like I said, I'm growing up in the South, so I started at Head Start. I started at
Bethune Head Start. That's why I went
Head Start, right next to the Hampton houses. I left Bethune. I had maybe a semester or so at Earleton Heights.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to Broadmoor, a little bit of time in Wrestler River. And then, the old girl had got a crib out in Norwood area, and I ended up going to Parkway. And then I had a state, one little junior high state in Northern Junior High. And I ended up stabbing a nigga out in Northern.
At the school?
At the school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga was bullying me, bigger than me. So I
thought it was sweet.
So I got me something to help protect myself. Nigga older than me, bigger than me. And I hit the nigga in the arm with it where once he felt that, he wanted to tell now. So they end up transferring me out to Thomas Jefferson. That's why I went to school with a bunch of people out of Scott Project, home team. Shout out to them boys out of home team. And then I ended up going to Central. I had a year out to Jackson too before I went to Central.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest of them been prison and boys school and so forth. But that's all it was though.
Okay, so that's where you went to school at Central.
Miami Central, man, Rockets all day.
Okay, well y'all know we buzz over here, but we still rock with any team, anybody from Dade County. I'm saying they can rock here, but I went to the West. So after you, like I said, when you got out, you seen like, well, niggas dressing different. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? What was it then that you started? Because I think this is my time the book era started.
Right. Grabbing.
When they went to grab and hitting the tours and all that. That was a big game back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tour. Shout out to Robin Hood, man. Legendary.
If I ain't mistaken, that's how they got that name, Robin Hood.
That's how the name started, Robin Hood.
Robin
you know
Rich.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Robin Hood, man. Shout out to Lil Dave, Johnny Wade, Paul, Fred K. Park, OJ, rest in peace. All the legendary Robin Hooders, man. You know what I mean? Free Lil Papa, man. Bring that boy home, man. Poo-poo. You know what it is. But yeah.
And that's what put you back in. That's what got you.
I mean, you know,
like how you got the first bid you did.
The first bid I did,
was that from books?
That was from books. That was a robbery. That was a robbery too. I ended up catching the robbery right there by dog. Matter of fact, right there by the dog pound, right off 75th and 22nd Avenue.
Okay.
They end up picking me up a little later by the sub shop. So I ended up going to prison. I copped out the 6 years. I did 4 off that. And then I ended up catching another 7 years. That's where the 11 years come in at. I did 11 all together. But I came home in I went in 1992 and came home in 1996. And that's when I started talking about, we had the Machiavelli. That where the Veli come in.
That's another thing I was about to say, because 96 was that year. That was my last year at the West, but I remember John Doe really getting their name, really doing their thing. Zopan really doing their thing. Hawk died, and here come Machiavelli.
Right.
Not just the rapper, but the Veli boys. Yeah, y'all started on 6-0 and 14.
14.
I remember coming from the Scots, because we ain't had a lot of traps like that. Y'all had them fat. Y'all had them pillars over there.
Yeah, them pillars.
You know what I'm saying? That's how most shots were when they first jump out there. You want to wheel them in.
Yeah.
So y'all had them pillars over there. Ain't that clean? You know
yeah. Everything one-stop shop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
One-stop shop.
And so when I seen Gigaveli, right, I'm like, hold on, Veli. And then when you went to breaking it down on one of your screens one day, I'm like, oh yeah. It started coming back to me about the store over there. That all of them with the Veli boys or whatever.
Right.
Boa Veli,
Shada Veli, Boa Veli, you know what I'm saying? Joa Veli, Blacker Veli, which is Fred Ward, you know what I mean? It was rest in peace to K1, Shada Veli, man. Just a lot of us around there, man. Red Dog. But was y'all having?
Sorry to cut y'all. Was y'all having problems with any other surrounding people, or that's just y'all?
Nah, man. It was all. If you remember, man, that was the lynch mob era. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
6-1 was very. 6-1 was knitted up, man. I ain't really around there. But at the end of the day, the alliances that I had made in the joint through Shantae Ward, you know what I'm saying, through Bo, through Lil Joe, you know what I mean. Them niggas, we clicked up in the joint. So it was like a lot of us that were just coming home from the joint around 95, 96. And a lot of us just gravitated to that little, that little era right there. And, at the end of the day, everybody had respect for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like respect for the type of niggas that was congregating in that same little spot. So it wasn't no beef with nobody. You know what I mean? That came along little misunderstandings and shit came on later on down the line. You know what I mean?
And y'all gotta get the book, man. Y'all get the book press, man. You explain a lot of that, tell a lot of that, you know what I'm saying, about what was going on over there. Feel me?
Yeah, and then, for the sake of a lot of people that's no longer here and people that lost families during that particular time, I don't like to really you know what I mean, go too in debt into that or call any names or you know what I mean,
open no old
wounds, man, because a lot of people, there's a lot of homies, a lot of people that's gone, a lot of people doing life, there's a lot of people that's got family members that got got no longer here, man. I gotta show respect for them, man. I gotta show respect for that, man.
Respect.
I don't feel like the reason I'm going on and on is I don't feel like if it ain't, we can sit here and talk about me all day long, but when we start talking about situations that may have caused some hurt to somebody that's still hurting because they love when they here, I gotta show respect to them.
That's big respect, and that's maturity too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of times, like you said, a lot of your dogs was disrespectful. But you say you wasn't like that. You already here, so you had that from a young age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To stay high there. So that's big ups to that. Shout out to that. You did your little prison sentence. You came home, 96, y'all Valley boys doing their thing. And that money was all right. But when it comes to doubling up and tripling up, it's time to hit that road.
It's time to get that road. Real Miami boy shit, man. Shout out to all the OGs, the real Miami boys, man. Big Trap, Convertible Bird, Musclehead. There's so many I could start naming, man, that done, that just paved the way for Miami boys to really go up that road and network the way we network. I don't like to use the word put down because really when you go up that road, you realize that you welcome. Like every city I done been to, every city from North Carolina to Panama City to Tennessee, there was always a welcome. It wasn't never. Now I done heard stories of my homeboys having conflict. I done had a few conflicts. Once you in and you start going against some of the teachings that niggas that start taking niggas up the road tell you, man, it ain't about being seen to be heard. It ain't about being loud. And you get a nigga like me that ain't never had that out of town money, and it's like this money. Ooh,
I remember that first run you had. When
nigga like ooh. So now I'm breaking I'm breaking rules. So now I'm being flashy. Now I'm fucking niggas hoes. So now that bring envy, bring losity, and losity bring hate, and then that starts wars and that starts conflicts.
Yeah.
But as long as you there and you there for that reason, you getting your paper and you ain't trying to stun on these people time, then they gonna they gonna welcome you in.
Yeah.
But when you start fucking on their baby mamas and hitting their aunties and and you getting too loud with it, hey, you already know what come. I just lined it up with all come with that.
Is it safe to say we birthed a lot of these places though? Because the Miami boys was all over. It was getting money here and there.
One of my favorite saying is, you could go to Alaska. And I'm willing to bet you go on one of them TPs or whatever they call them, little ice huts the motherfucker be in, and you'll find a Miami boy in there putting that thing down, man.
Now, believe it or not, I just came from Alaska. I just came from Alaska like 2 years ago.
So I'm talking about.
And I went to a smoke shop.
See what I'm talking about?
And guess where Buddy was from? He was a Chico. Guess where he was from?
How I live.
The crib.
From the crib.
He was from the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where you from? I ain't had told him I was from Miami. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he just felt it, knew it. But he was like, yeah, I see, man, where you from, man? Because the way he talked, I could tell. He was like, man, my auntie got a little shop over here, man. You know what I'm saying? She paid me to be over here. I hated over here because I cold the weather. But yeah, you're right. Well, way in Alaska, boy, I ran into.
That's our birthright, man. I like one thing I noticed after doing a lot of time. I just did these 16 years in the feds, and I had started noticing that like you could go over Miami, you could go move around Miami now, and you see a different, like you go in this part of town and it look like you in LA some motherfucking way. You go over here, it look like you in Atlanta. You go over here, it look like you in New York. It's like Miami niggas falling like we lost our swag. So
and we were super swag though.
Yeah, like what the fuck wrong? What was wrong with our shit? We started the Cuban links. We started the Dickie game. We started the donks. You know what I mean? Like what was wrong with now you could go in Broward or down south and see more of real Miami than being actually in the city. I've recently been in down south. It feels more like Miami down, like the Miami that I know down south.
That's crazy.
And I talked to a lot of my homeboys and they're like, damn, what? It's like the old Miami down. And they say, man, the crackers start pushing everybody out the city down south.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Then you go to Pompano and you go to Lauderdale, you go to Broward, and you look like, damn, this reminds me of Miami. You know what I'm saying? And you see the donks, you see the grills, you see the links, and you see niggas like they outside. You see the 4-wheelers, you see the dirt bikes, you see the jams going on. I'm like, damn, it's like the crib.
You think it's we switched out as Miamians, or it's just that it's so many immigrants, it's so many different ethnicities here now that's part of the reason the demographics done changed, possibly because of that. That's why I ain't Miami no more, because you come down here now, most people come and go looking for Cuban food. Haitian food.
No. I'm not gonna blame it on that. What I blame it on, man. They strategically see by Miami being a source city like we was so early on, right? We gave up. We was the source in the game for so much shit early on, right? We was the source in the game for so much shit early on, right? And you really have to study the culture and how the culture is being attacked, right? And what I mean by that, I want the listeners and I want y'all that watch this to pay, kind of bear with me a little bit as I explain this, right? We was them people. It's when you say source city, you talking about LA, Detroit, Miami, places where was distributed. Now Atlanta is one of the biggest source cities because of the cartels. But I'm taking y'all into some history of the game, right? Miami kingpins didn't follow the script. Yeah, I'm fucking with y'all now. Y'all don't. They didn't follow the script. The script wasn't to take the dope game and be entrepreneurs like Big Ike and get construction companies and put people to work and build houses and buy property. The script wasn't for Brick Brownlee to buy Winn-Dixie and buy a fish store and buy up Opalaka and become the mayor of Opalaka. That wasn't the script. The script was for us to be like Compton, banging, Crips, Bloods, killing, destruction. You know what I'm saying? This is why the SAT really would put, see this, they didn't want us to, but when our kingpins started monopolizing the SAT, when you got Yahweh Ben Yahweh buying up all the apartment buildings, then he heading over to cross Biscayne, now we got to bring down Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
saying? That's a problem.
So the fast forward, you asked me what happened in Miami. What happened in Miami was they took our leadership. They took our OGs. They took our kingpin. They took our examples. So then you get the John Doe era. Now you got young niggas in position that shouldn't have been in position, and now you got shit chaotic motherfuckers like really like there's more violence than it is getting money. They get money, but the violence outmatching the money. See, it was a code of conduct, code in the streets. If a nigga got done up, he violated certain type of things. It wasn't just all these different, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wars. So what ended up happening is, right, you snatch all the kingpins, then you got the chaos. Then Miami started being grimy for the out-of-towners. You know what I mean? Niggas coming down here, they trying to buy a brick. They coming from Jacksonville. They coming from North Carolina. A nigga getting them that shit out the flea market. No smell, sheet no taste. Nigga sheet rocking, nigga pressing shit, niggas stepping on shit. Then now you got Pablo picked up. Noriega picked up. Know what I'm saying? All the boys that were funding their shit through the Cocaine Cowboys roped off. You got our major distributors picked up, right? So now the cartel switched their lane and started funding through Mexico, right? So now you got Texas on point, and you got Texas. They say, you know what? But better hood, Atlanta. So here come BMF. You see what I'm saying? Now BMF, they done switched the game up. Now the ounces ain't 28 no more. It's 31 grams for $6.50. It's 17.5 right here in Atlanta. Niggas in Miami want 19. And you don't know if you're gonna really get real dope. Then you might get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You doing better business in Atlanta. So now Miami reputation shady. So the money is totally leaving the streets. Cause you know what I'm saying? So then while the OG gone, while I'm gone, fraud game hit. Now the money all the way out the streets. Cause niggas on their computers getting money.
Yeah.
Niggas scamming. Niggas doing this. So it ain't the hood with the money no more. Right? So now, you know what I'm saying? Miami losing their identity now you got computer type niggas, not street niggas with the bag. So the street niggas looking like, how we gonna get money? And most of us locked up in the Fed doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? In your face bad, so you got niggas flushing up out of Miami. Even the niggas that know how to get money, I'm out of my little spots I was going, I'm staying up here now. Right? But the little spots around us, Pompano, Lauderdale, down south, they springing up stronger. You know what I'm saying?
They got that Miami culture.
They got that mind. They still doing it the old way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That makes so much sense how
you
you
really
broke that whole story
they
down.
still
bro.
doing it. Cause the reason I broke it down, because I love Miami. I love Miami so much to where I have to realize I want to know what happened. So I gotta put thought into it.
That's a hell of a analogy, man. I mean, the way you broke that down, because like I said, when I asked that question, I wasn't saying that's what it is. I'm just saying, like, do you think it's cosmic because it's so many different? Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that.
It's a lot of shit.
They took them leaders. They took them leaders.
It took them leaders, dog. And a shout out to them boys. Done did 30 years the real way, man. You know, we just pushed that Miami Kingpin documentary through. I want to see our OGs, you know what I mean, in position again, because these the niggas that really like they know what to do with the money.
Do you think we should have something? I ain't saying like no fund or something like that, but when they come home, it should be something for these boys, man. You don't think so?
Man, you know.
In a sense, like a bunch of dudes just, you know, because
they were just finna throw a big party for Big Meats. They were finna load up Big Meats with a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shade. No, whoever they group. I do definitely feel like it should be something done and put in position for Vonda, for Convertible Bird, for Trav, for all know why. Because these niggas, when they had the money, we had report card lines. We had bills being paid. These niggas done shit for a lot of people, man, when they was in position. So when they come home, that's why I've been pushing so hard for a Miami documentary, Miami series, a Miami Boy series. You know why? Because now this, you know, we could take a negative and turn it. You know what the new dope is right now?
What that?
What me and you doing right now? Content.
It's that new set.
It's that new set. Content. Motherfuckers hooked on content because you got motherfuckers motherfuckers that never been outside. They want to hear about it. They want to hear it from the real. They don't want no money. They want as real as just like you want that shit around your neck to be real. They want that shit to be real. You know what I'm saying? So this the new dope, and this is what we cooking up for the ad, man. You know, it's coming.
And so you got another. You say you're working on another doc for Big Trap now.
Man, shout out to the boogeyman, man, out the village, man, the realest, man. Y'all keep it locked. I'm working on Big Trap documentary right now, man. I'm letting it out the bag. I've been telling y'all for a while, you know. Trap got a hell of a story, man. You know what I mean? He the only one other than Booby. Shout out to that boy, Black Boy. Bring Booby home, man. Bring all them boy, E4, Mike Harper. You know what I'm saying? That's Chico, Plex. You know what I'm saying? Bring them boys home, man. They been in there too long, right? But other than Booby, Trav was the first one on American Most Wanted. Trav was the first one that was on death row in the feds. And I'm saying that like, oh, that's something to be proud of. No, it ain't nothing to be proud of. It's just gonna show you what type of strong man, individual this man is. And he's one of the only ones that I know that you know, went to the Fed and carried it like a man inside the federal system, man. This brother here love real niggas. Trav love real niggas. He love real shit. And I know, you know what I'm saying, his story is so compelling, right out the village, homegrown. I ain't calling him a kingpin. The white folks labeled him a kingpin. This brother had his own jewelry store. He was our Mark Jacob, before Mark Jacob.
So everybody used to get that jewelry from that boy.
Yeah, Trav, how you gonna compete with a nigga? You know what I'm saying? How niggas, I see niggas now, they be doing that. This nigga got it. What you want? What pieces you want? Man, Trav, I sit back, man. Trav be telling me so many stories, man. Only thing I can do is sit there and shake my head, man, because the man lived an extraordinary life, and he's out here now. He wrote a book called The Hood Bible. He also got a book called Travelation.
I need to look into that, man.
Trav got real books, man. He doing his thing, man. His 1-2, man. That's the big homie.
Okay. I heard you say this one time too, and I really gravitated to when you said that because it makes so much sense. Like a lot of other stuff you say makes sense. You say you came home, and a lot of these dudes come home. It's like the game done changed. You said we used to have 13 hearts, 13 diamonds, 13 clubs, 13 spades. Now they got the jokers. They got the jokers and all these extras. The game done changed.
Right.
And you say, you know what we can do about it. You just decide not to play it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them dudes, they went in there and they stood tall. But let the people know what you really stand on, bro.
Oh, I see you asked me. This stop snitching right here, right? But you know, when I came home, I thought that was something I could regurgitate the stop snitching movement, right? That's dead, bro. When I've been to all my little young cats, man, my message is not to participate. My message is like Trey on Boys in the Hood.
Yo, Doe, let me out.
Don't get in the car.
That boy say, yo, Doe, let me out.
Don't let me out. You know what I mean? When you ask me about, I use the analogy. I try to break this shit down as clear as possible to let the young cats know, man, the game ain't the way it was. The game that brought me off the porch, the game that had me excited, there was long runs in it. There was opportunity to win in it.
Mm-hmm.
The way the game is set up now, like if you think you just gonna win with we just talking about spades, you think you just gonna win with 13 spades, you're gonna be fooled because your ace ain't high no more. Mm-hmm. And they chose to make the deuce a hard high, or chose to make the deuce a diamond high. They, like if they decided this is the way that they want to play the game. When I went to the Feds, this is when I really know that like y'all got to get my book federal pressure. Because when I went, they was the motto in the Fed was why do 10 when you can tell on a friend.
That's crazy.
Keeping it real went out with bell bottoms. You know what I'm saying? When they start saying shit like that and was standing on it, that's right then and there I know I'm looking at shit and I'm like, you know, and niggas could say, you know, this, that, and the third about who telling. I'm like, don't put yourself in the position for nobody telling. Cause we seeing daddies tell on sons, mamas tell on. We just seen the damn boy that assassinated the boy. The boy, his daddy turned him in.
You shot the white dude?
Shot the white dude. His daddy turned him in. You know what I'm saying? We just in that case.
Shout out, man.
Queso, his daddy just told on him.
Pointed.
Nigga, we see Lil Dirt situation. Dirt done get a nigga 50 bands, put him in position. Nigga, he done told on boy wild on Dirt.
That's one of your Muslim brothers, ain't it? His old boy.
Man. Yeah. Shout out to Big Dirt, man. My Muslim brother, man.
And what's the name? One of your brothers too. I read when you was in the Fed.
Are you talking about Loon? Shout out to Loon, man.
Amir,
man.
Said that boy was a real one.
Yeah, Loon, a real one. He actually the name Loon come from Looney Tune, being Loon, being Loon, just being body. You know what I'm saying? Okay. A lot of people get twisted because they know Loon was an R&B singer with Bad Boys, with I Need a Girl.
I Need a Girl there, right. Him getting Usher.
Yeah, but the Loon I know, the Amir I know, frontline soldier for the Muslims.
Yeah, I read one of the real stories in there, boy. You know what I'm saying? About Loon, yeah.
Frontline soldier. Ain't nothing nobody told me. I done seen him. I done time with him. Shout out for the love that Loon has for the religion of Islam, man. He's almost a scholar in it, man. Beautiful brother.
Okay.
Beautiful brother.
Yeah, I see you deep in yours too, man. So you pray 5 times a day. All
man,
that.
Listen, I'm not. Y'all don't hold me for mistakes that I make, man, or the things that I talk about, or profanity that I use at time, man. I practice Islam. You know what I mean? I don't represent Islam. I practice Islam.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
What would be the difference? I was about to ask that.
The difference is that I'm not perfect. And I don't want to. Islam is perfect. The religion of Islam is perfect. Okay. If you truly adhere to all of its, you know what I mean? And that's what I try to. I strive, but I have my faults. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on them. I'm not proud of them. I try to be the best example of a Muslim that I can. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get better.
We close to the end of your birthday coming up too. Matter of fact. Yeah. You was a Halloween. You damn near Halloween baby.
Boy, one thing about it, boy, you definitely read my book, man.
Yeah. I ain't played with it, man. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I got the opportunity, man, I made sure I did back to back.
I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Man, I really enjoyed it. I think I called you right after I read it, man. I told you, man, like I ain't read a book that good in a long time, man.
Man, tell the people, you know, I'm a host too now.
Yeah. Talk to me. You ask me questions too now.
So tell the people how me and you met though, bro.
Okay. I was going to see my nephew play up there in Vero Beach. He played quarterback for Cass City.
Right.
You know, I had on my Northwestern gear. Right. And I was sitting in the car waiting for my old lady. She like to eat the ice. She coming out with the ice. But before she come out, you come out. And I'm like, hold on, man. That ain't what I think it is, dog. So when you walk to the other side of the car, I just yell out the car. I say, hey, that's Gigaveli. You like, yeah, boy, what they do? You know your little slogan.
Right,
yeah, boy, what they do? You didn't know who I was.
Right.
I came around, introduced myself, told you I was. You got the phone. You were like, man, tell the people where you from. I would just say, no, I'm from the Scotts Dog Pine. You shout out Herb. And I said, I said, my exact words was, man, I see your little podcast, man. You inspired me, you know what I'm saying? I said, but I done laid down, you know. I said, I got a little podcast. You like, nah, you start me in my tracks right there. You like, nah, you ain't got no little podcast. We from Miami. We from the crib. Everything we do is big. You feel me? Them was your exact words right there. You know what I'm saying? We chopped up right there. We exchanged numbers. Then we kind of kept in contact a little bit after that. But once I did that, that's what made me say, I got to read the books. Because I had seen you promote them on just about every interview, every chance you get on your little blogs and whatever. And I was like, man, I gotta get that book. You know what I'm saying? So when I do talk to you, you'll hear it. You can tell that I read the books. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you definitely. Man, no matter, I just want to say this, man. First and foremost, man, it's an honor, right? I don't care, man. I don't care. Like I told you, I don't care. You can have 1 million followers, 1 million views, or whatever the case may be, or you can have 1 or 2 followers, 1 or 2 views. If a person trying to help themselves, a person trying to strive to do something, and they believing in themselves, I'm all for the help. I'm all for helping them, man. Like everything, the way me and you met, exactly how you said it, man, at the gas station. And that happened to me a lot. It happened to me a lot. A lot of people recognize me, and I appreciate that. I humbly appreciate that. All praise to the Most High. But at the end of the day, nothing made me feel more better. I told you this earlier when you purchased my book.
Mm-hmm.
You purchased it 2 times. You purchased it
on digital,
on digital. You listening to it, and
I read them.
You read them, or read it on Kindle.
I ain't listened. I read them.
Me let them know that the books are available on Kindle, on Amazon. By Keep the 100. I guess he'll add the links to this interview. But he also told me, like, bro, I want the hard copy, the physical copy for myself, man. Nothing give me more pride when somebody read my book, know what I'm saying, and really give me some feedback, because I said in my book, I handwritten them books, and I specifically wrote them books as a message to make sense of my life and to possibly holler at somebody young, because books changed my life in the joint, man.
Mm-hmm.
Certain books triggered something in me while I was in the joint that helped me break that cycle of keep going back, recidivism, keep going back to the prison. Books like Make Me Want to Holler by Nathan McCall. Books like Vision to the Black Man from Dr. Naeem Akbar. Books like New Jim Crow from Michelle Alexander, or Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Health books and autobiographies, people's stories.
Mm-hmm.
And that what gravitated me to write my books, man. I hope that everybody that reads my book have some benefit from it, takes a part of my life and say, damn, that nigga there could change. If that nigga right there could write a book, or if that nigga right there could start a podcast, then if that's something I want to do, I could do it. You know what I mean? So when you pull it up on me, you're like, man, I got a little part. Nah, bro. Ain't nothing love what you doing, man.
And I also want to add this to that story right there. You told me I'll come on your shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said I had to lay down, man. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I don't know. I laid down. But he's the reason, y'all, why I got back on it. Y'all know it. Y'all ain't seen me post in a minute. Ain't had no interview, no podcast, no nothing in a minute. But he the reason, you know what I'm saying? That because I seen how hungry. I mean, I just seen, like, I went to looking at his views. 5 views, 10 views. So what? He stayed consistent. And I was like, you know what? That's what you got to do. Be consistent. You can't worry about how many people like it, how many people this, how many people that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody consistency. So like I said, once I seen how genuine you was when we met, that's what really made me like, I got to go read these books. So you say what inspired you to write those books is some of the books that you read in the joint?
And some of the books I read in the joint. Also, my older brother that's no longer here, Ray, that I talked about, he asked me, one day I was in the joint, and I talk to my brother often, man. He was like, man, you need to write a book about the G code, man. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know, I ain't got shit else to do, you know what I mean? And I went to my cell and I started trying to write the G code book. And he was like, because these young cats out here, man, they don't really know what the code is. My brother know how loyal I am to the code, to the streets, like, you know what I mean, to every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, later on down the line, I'm like, man, what? I'm the walking cheat code
right now
to the fullest. I done been facing life 2 or 3 times. Man, I done faced life 2 or 3 times. Never folded. Ain't had no thought on folding. That's another saying they were saying when I went to the feds. There's only 2 kind of niggas in the feds. Those who told and those who wish they told. That's a motherfucking lie. Because there's some real niggas in the feds that stand up just like I do, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to stand on these principles and these codes, you know what I'm saying? No matter if you know what I mean? Because they knew what they signed up for.
One thing I noticed about you too, bitch gonna hang around you in prison without that paperwork.
No, I ain't going.
First quarter.
Whether
it was a celly or whatever, or you had to see that paper. It could be your home away from the streets, or that paperwork at.
Gotta get that work.
Yeah, you were serious about that.
I was serious about it for a lot of reasons, man, because if you don't know, if y'all don't know, and I be trying to tell you young cats, the feds got a 99.1 conviction rate. And that's due mostly part because niggas 5K1 and the niggas Rule 35B. These people is not gonna be beat because they gonna flip somebody in your team, man. You know what I'm saying? So, or they gonna debrief somebody. Nigga, you got niggas that get the newspaper in the joint just to see who indicted, who they could get back on. Who they could reach out to the prosecutor.
What?
Yeah, niggas get their hometown newspaper. Oh, they be excited when they see the feds done round up some niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's where that Rule 35B come in at after you've been sentenced. So there's a lot of ways for this shit, this shit to go, man. That's why I tell niggas, man, get your trade.
Is it safe to say though, it's just a part of the streets now?
It's just a part of
you see that it's
cats,
cool to do.
You see cats, and I ain't gotta mention his name, but you see cats promoting rats on their shirt, man. You see cats pulling badges out from around their name. And these cats got more paper. They bigger, they got bigger platforms than me and you.
Y'all know who you talking about. We ain't name calling y'all know exactly who you talking about.
Fuck it. You know I'm talking about CW, man. You know I'm talking about the great white.
Mr. White.
the great white.
But then you see, when you got 6ix9ine doing what he did, you got Charleston doing what he did.
Woody Woodpecker.
I heard you calling him Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker did what he did.
And look how famous they are. So when these young dudes see that, it makes it more easier for them to say, shit.
Man. You know what you ain't seeing? You ain't seeing the $150 no more.
Mm-hmm.
The $150 need to be up. Mm-hmm. They marge they gonna give you 50 stitches from your ear to your mouth for telling. You don't see niggas like in salsa movie. You don't see niggas dropping from the helicopter no more. Man, niggas ain't being penalized for telling, man. Niggas getting rewarded, man. Niggas making hit records. Niggas passing out mixtapes, man. Niggas ain't playing, man.
What you say about the dudes that's telling, and you know he telling, you know he done told, and you still rocking with him like that? That's your dog. Like you know what I'm saying? You co-sign them. Because a lot of these rappers do that. They co-sign some of these dudes who they know they shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? What do you say to dudes that be co-signing these things?
I say that's their business. And if you ain't listening, if y'all ain't listening, my total message is fuck who telling.
Mm-hmm.
Expect them to tell. It's a new telling right now going on. It's a thing called technology. It's a thing called stoplight, ring cameras everywhere. The Tesla telling on you. So the best advice that the OG gonna give you is get a trade, get out the way. Find something, podcast if that's what you want to do. Gamers are making money. If you like to stay home and game out, gamers are making money. Like content is dope. You know what I'm saying?
That's the new dope.
I see a young boy run around, and I watched a young boy the other day, and he putting out some hell of a content. I think he's from Broward, man. He goes around and he tell people to eat this hot ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit there and I watch. It was so funny. Watch him motherfucker burn him out up for $20 and $40. I cried and I watched the boy, but I went back and watched the boy. The boy been doing content since he was in high. The boy riding around in the vet right now. The boy is making plenty of money.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all may know who I'm talking about, but whoever the young boy, good content. Good content.
You see the young dude, what his name is? I watched a lot of him too. Hood fishing. Good content. Mm-hmm. Boy got endorsements in the fishing world. Yeah.
Found something that he like to do. That's positive. That ain't harming nobody.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? Good content.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do anything. Let me tell you something. me tell y'all, he just sat here and told y'all how much time the OG. I've been locked up more than I've been free.
27 years.
And I can't get them years back. I don't want to sit back and I don't give a fuck how many fights I done told you, how many jail stories you done heard come out my mouth. Wasn't none of that shit easy. Wasn't none of that shit fun. Wasn't none of that shit a good time. Like going and being at a family reunion or going to one of your, like you say, to one of your family member football games.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. You finna forfeit. Your time is more precious than anything, man. All you gotta do is be patient and, like I told the young brother right here, consistent. And anything that you find your niche and make it happen, Captain.
I'm trying to tell you.
Make it happen.
Now, before we close out, you got any? You ain't done writing, are you?
Nah, that's a series. I want to write I got another book that I want to add to this series called Pressure Release.
Because pressure can only do two things.
Pressure either bust a pipe or make diamonds.
And now you finna do pressure release.
Pressure release is what we doing right now. The story of me coming home from prison. When I really get time and settle down, and I really done made me a nice little chunk of bag where I could get out the way again. And I really done made a big move in my platform doing what it's due. The OG will pick up the pen again and give y'all pressure release. This journey that I'm on right now.
Anything else you're working on outside of that, right? Like anything else you're working on right now?
I'm working on What They Do podcast. I'm working on growing that platform. I'm gonna have an area for y'all to come over and support the OG monetarily for a reasonable price, man. So you could come over there, support the content, so I can do more work with my movements, for as getting my books out. I love working with the kids. I love, you know what I mean, giving the rec yard story. Now, rec yard don't talk with rec don't mean going and thumping nobody. Rec mean just releasing stress into a positive way now, at the gym, running, exercising, man, those type of things. You often see me on my videos at the gym. So it's a lot that I got going on, man. A lot of things that I'm working on. I love continue to come support the young brothers that's trying to move in the right direction. So
I definitely appreciate you coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no doubt in my mind. I just know it's part of getting the timing right, because you was a busy man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I appreciate you for coming through a lot on that there. And when you said you're working with the kids, you're working with the kids, what that entails?
Man, that's going to the schools. I'm working, getting my hand. I'm teaming up with Brother Circle Hood down here in Miami, man, reaching out with them, trying to get back into the juvenile halls, back into the county jail. Anything, man. I don't care if you're one of my supporters and you inbox me, you got a knucklehead uncle, a knucklehead nephew or son, you need the OG to reach out to him, you need me to holler at him, you need me, man, that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
So that's what working with the kids is. That's like just out here talking to the youth, man, trying to prevent them from making the mistakes that I made.
Yeah,
OG mean offering up guidance.
Offering up guidance.
Offering up guidance, man. That's where all this gray and with. That's why you don't see me Beijing this shit out. I'm very proud. I spoke about a lot of homies that's no longer here. I wear this for OJ. I wear this for Norm Skeeter Hound. You know what I mean? I wear this for Gigaveli. You know what I mean? I wear this for all the homies that's no longer here, man. Lil Willie. All my homies, man.
That's what's up, man. Anything you need to shout out, anything you want to close out with?
Man, shout out to Miami, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I love my city. Shout out to What They Do podcast. Shout out to
What They Do podcast.
Yeah, shout out to What They Do podcast. Shout out to all my homeboys that follow me behind the walls and fences, man. These holidays about to come around, and I know how hard it is during them times in the joint. Not getting no mail. Shout out to all my homeboys that ain't getting no mail, man. You know what I mean?
You still talk to a lot of them brothers?
I talk to all of them, man. All of them that holler at me, all of them reach out to me, man. More than hey, y'all reach out to me more than I used to reach out to everybody. But I understand, man. I done been there. I was raised up there. I miss you niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We need y'all here.
All right, so man, we're gonna close out with that, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check this book out, man. Pressure and Federal Pressure. And be on the lookout. No date on it yet, but be on the lookout for that pressure release.
Pressure release,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Like I said, appreciate you coming through, OG.
All day, man. Y'all know what it is.
So you let last shot out now.
Yeah. What really happened, man, me and the homie be doing our thing, man. Y'all support the homie podcast, you know what I mean? So he can keep doing what he do, you know what I mean? So he can motivate, reach one, teach one. He said I motivated him. Somebody watching him, he gonna end up motivating him. You know what I mean? This how we gonna go locked in like that, man.
That's what's up. I'm out. Okay. And see who else back there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell your dog, somebody else come on from back there. The next person. See the next person, you know what I'm saying? Who won't come from back there. Like I said, it's next time, boy. Y'all never know who gonna come through that door. Duntkair